Am I on focus? I will never know because I can't see. Can you pick up my voice microphone? This is not even the first time that I made a YouTube video. That's what makes it terrifying, to be honest. Because the first time you make one, it's like, what could go wrong? And yeah, now I know a lot could go wrong. Hello, I'm Laura, and I'm making this video to tell you that even if you are 30 years old or older, you're not too late to change your life and pursue your dreams. I can say because that's what I'm doing, and I think I'm doing the right thing. So I want to share this with everybody and make you feel less alone and hopeless, because that's what I was feeling a few years back, or even last year maybe. So I want to, help you see how much more powerful you are now that you're older, and that you're in a much better position to follow your dreams because of all of these reasons that I'm going to share with you. So I have 5 reasons why 30 years old is the perfect age to change your life and find who you truly are and be happy with your life. As you know, maybe if you watched my previous video, I have enrolled in a fine art academy at 33 years old, and it's very weird. It's been terrifying, but now it's fine. I am adjusting to it, and I think it was the right thing to do, and I'm so much happier now that I'm actively pursuing what interests me. The first reason that you should follow your passion now that you're in your 30 is because you know your interests a lot better than when you were in your 20s. If you're like me, when you were in your 20s, you were kind of an insecure mess who didn't know who you were and tried a bunch of different things and was unsure. And so now that you've gone through all of that, you kind of got to know yourself better, and you got to experience a bunch of different things, and now you know at least a little bit better what you like, what you don't like, what you're interested in, and what you are not interested in. You can always change your mind in the future, of course, but you probably know yourself a lot better by now that you're in your 30s, or even, of course, this applies to 40s and 50s and so on. My example is that I've rejected that I was an artist for a long time. It was really clear ever since I was little that I was very creative. I liked drawing, singing, writing. In my 20s, I felt a lot of rejection towards that because I felt like it wasn't very serious as a thing. I wanted to do something more that I felt like it was more important. And art, I felt like it wasn't that important, and that I wasn't gonna be useful to the world pursuing art. And I wanted to do something more intellectual, maybe for other people's acceptance of me as someone smart. It was really important for me to be perceived as smart. And so for a long time I was like, okay, yeah, I like art, I guess, it makes me kind of happy, but I prefer to study something interesting and important and intellectual, so that I can also be perceived that way. So I have to pursue something else that is not really maybe in my interest as much, or it doesn't come as naturally as artistic things. So that was stupid, of course, because I decided that it was more important for me to feel happy and feel joyful and doing something that makes me happy, rather than focusing my energy on something that, I perceived as more important and more useful maybe to the world, but didn't actually make me feel that joy. Basically, the first reason is that you are more aware of where your interests lie. The second reason why you're better equipped at following your dreams in your 30s is that you actually have people skills now. Because in your 20s, you probably have gone through a bunch of bullshit with lots of different people, wrong relationships, jobs where your boss was an asshole. So you went through a lot of shit. You are much more skilled at dealing with people, and you can navigate the social world a little bit better, at least, than when you were in your 20s. You're probably less shy now, you're a little bit more confident, you can connect with people better, more easily. That's for sure gonna help in the pursuit of what makes you feel happy. And I feel like you have a lot more to give to people rather than when you were younger. You have gained more knowledge, more skills, so that you can actually help people and like have this give and take with people, rather than being just someone like indecisive, insecure, like when you're in your 20s and you exactly don't know what your strengths are. So it's way easier now, and yeah, it can be very, very helpful for reaching your goals. The third reason is that you're more independent. Like, you care a lot less what people think about things. Like, if you want to pursue something that other people consider silly or not practical, like, you're much more confident now because you've gone through so many things, so many different experiences, and maybe you followed other people's advice for a while and you maybe realized that it was not the right thing for you. So now you can understand better that other people's advice does not always apply to you. You're much more independent in your thinking, and even though people give you advice or try to make you second guess yourself, you're much more stable in yourself because you've seen a lot of things and you know that other people are not necessarily right when it comes to your personal life. So that's very, very useful to be able to keep being focused on what you want. The fourth reason is that you have higher self-esteem, probably because you've been through, as I said, a lot of experiences, a bunch of bullshit, and now you can actually know that you can handle things. When shit hits the fan, you can bounce back more easily, quickly, and so you know that you can be more stable in the pursuit of your goals, and that's a really big asset for you right now compared to when you were younger. So failure is not as big of a deal for you now. That's going to help you immensely in your life, because really achieving success is about not giving up when things get hard, when things get difficult. It's about still believing in yourself, still believing in your goals, that your goals are possible. So all of these reasons are helpful to keep being steady and keep being centered in yourself. The fifth reason, and we're going to conclude the video here, is that you probably have a better support system than when you were younger. Of course, I don't know about your experience, but usually in your 20s, as I said, you go through a lot of difficult relationships, friendships that are wrong for you, that have ended up horribly, that weren't right for you, and you needed that time and those experiences to actually understand what kind of people you want around you. Of course, it's a long process that continues throughout your life. I'm not saying that any of these are final in your 30s, but at least you should be more comfortable with your relationships, and you probably have a few relationships, or at least just one relationship that have stood the test of time and that you can rely on, and you are secure in that relationship, whether it's a friend or one of your relatives or your significant other. You can actually count on that person, and you know that they are there for you if you need them, and they can support you throughout your process of realizing your dreams and achieving your goals. This is important for anyone who's trying to do something new with their lives, achieving something new, to have just at least one person that you can confide in and that you know will support you in your decisions. So as you have seen, all of these reasons are kind of about the same thing: more stability, more confidence. All of these are going to be super helpful now to make sure that you achieve what you want and you find who you truly are, because I think your 20s are a time where you are exploring a bunch of different things and you are actually kind of excluding a bunch of things that you are not interested in. And now in your 30s, I feel like it's the perfect time to do something positive about it. Like, you've understood what actually interests you and you can pursue it with more confidence. So I absolutely do not think that being in your 30s is too late to start pursuing what your passion is, what your interests are. I actually think you are a lot more equipped to do it and you have a better chance of success. That's the point of this video, and I hope that I have conveyed it to you. Of course, this applies to any age. I literally do not think that there's an age where it's like a limit to your abilities or possibilities. Of course, there are limits, for example, I don't know, for athletes, I guess. But if your passion lies in something, even if it's a sport, you can still enjoy it, you can still try it. You will have a different set of skills compared to a younger person. Of course, young people have their advantages, but older people have a lot of other advantages: experience, self-confidence, self-reliance, stability, independence, that can bring a lot to like an activity and can potentially be a reason to be successful in that. So it's important for us to shift our perspective sometimes from the idea that being young is the ultimate reason to pursue something. That is not the case at all, in my opinion. And I feel that my life, even though it hasn't been successful early on, I feel like it has developed in the most perfect way for me. And I'm really happy that I get to really try to pursue something now, because I feel so much better about myself and about people in general, so it's a lot more fun even. And of course, as a last disclaimer, I'm not saying that if you don't feel that you have achieved one of these points or all of those, that you cannot do anything. I'm still developing, I'm still working on these things, I'm still working on self-confidence, stability, self-reliance and everything. I'm still insecure, I'm still scared, but I just feel that I have a better skill set to face all of this. So that's about it for the video. Thank you for bearing with me. This is like, I haven't done this in a long time. It's really nerve-wracking. I really hope I made sense. If you want to follow me, I have an Instagram account which is still a little bit empty, but I want to kind of start posting things soon about my art and everything. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video and you took something from it, because that's what I would like to do. See you in the next one. Bye bye.